Good afternoon, everybody. Can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Fantastic. Hi, Sophie. I think we have a
Hello.
good number of participants here, so we will get started. Firstly, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for taking the time to join us for this important webinar. As many of you know, and many have actively contributed to the consultation process, the GPC has developed new guidance to define the role of the protection cluster and its AoRs in durable solutions processes, ensuring that protection remains central to solutions planning and programming. Today, we are officially launching this guidance, now available on the GPC website. This 1-hour webinar will introduce the guidance with a presentation from Sophie Crozet, our GPC consultant who played a key role in its development. We'll also have time for a Q&A session, and we encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences. This guidance is designed to equip protection clusters with practical entry points to engage in durable solutions processes and strategically leverage existing protection data, analysis and advocacy and partnerships to ensure that solutions processes are grounded in protection standards and principles. Importantly, this guidance is not intended to create additional burdens on already stretched protection clusters and our partners. Instead, the proposed entry points for engagement are fully aligned with the core functions of the protection clusters and existing protection response efforts. Durable solutions are fundamentally about restoring rights and represent the ultimate protection outcome. Protection actors play a critical role in ensuring that protection, participation, and the agency of displaced people remain central to solutions processes. And in the context of the ongoing funding crisis, it is even more essential to advocate for protection as a priority. And this is closely linked to broader development and peace building efforts. I'm currently in Syria, and earlier this week we had a workshop with the protection cluster and AOR coordinators across the country. I introduced this guidance and we explored how it can be applied here to develop a strategy for the protection cluster's critical role in ensuring that durable solutions for internally displaced persons are safe, voluntary, dignified and informed, while addressing protection risks to inform government and development-led solutions and early recovery efforts. We explored how it could be applied in first developing a national strategy with the key principles and activities that can guide localized, subnational and area-based approaches for the protection cluster in engaging where there are solutions processes happening at the subnational levels. We looked at how then at the subnational level, the cluster coordinators with partners can look at developing an action plan around the guidance, which Sophie is going to explain to you a bit more, and how to link existing activities to solutions initiatives and what we refer to in this guidance as building blocks. This will be an ongoing effort of the protection cluster here, but it was a demonstration that, and the feedback was that the guidance is practical and useful in helping the cluster here going forward in framing its engagement on the various solutions processes that are happening, I'm sure you're aware of, in Syria right now. On behalf of the GPC, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to all agencies and individuals who contributed to the development of this guidance, and a special thank you to you, Sophie Crozet, for leading the development and authorship of this document. We are also deeply grateful to the many individuals who shared their time and expertise through interviews, shaping the direction of this work. Special appreciation goes to field colleagues and protection clusters who contributed their valuable insights. This guidance was made possible through the generous support of the Federal Republic of Germany and to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. On that note, and I apologise, I didn't introduce myself at the start. My name is Nicholas Hart, Senior Policy Officer with the Global Protection Cluster. And I'd like to pass the floor to Sophie for her presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nick, from your introduction from Syria, where, well, I'm happy to hear that that the guidance has already been used, and that you got positive feedback from it, and especially on its practicality, which was one of the most important aspects of, well, at least guiding principle for the development of the guidance. It's to ensure that that it is practical. So now I'm going to share a presentation with you. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just 1 second. I'm just going to try and make it a bit different from my side. Sorry for this. Up. There we go. And then I do that. All right. So there we are, about to officially launch the GPC, well, this guidance on the role of protection clusters in durable solutions for internally displaced persons. So what we're going to do during this 1 hour launch webinar is to first introduce the guidance, its goal, its target audience, objectives, and then try to answer these 2 really practical questions. How does this guidance work? How to use it? I'll also present the related tools in the annex of the guidance, as we think that they are pretty well, they can be of use, and they could really help you, protection actors and protection clusters, in your work in the field regarding durable solutions. And then we will keep some time for questions and answer, and we hope that you'll have questions, remark, and that we'll be able to answer them. First of all, well, the guidance. So the guidance has in its introduction, that is very short, because once again we wanted to really emphasize on the practicality. So there is no lengthy introduction, but just a summary of its goals, target audience, and objectives. What is the main goal of this guidance is to define the role of protection cluster and its AoRs in durable solutions process to ensure that protection remains at the center of solutions planning, of solutions initiative, and solutions programming. It has some specific objectives that specify this main goal. It's to provide protection clusters with practical entry point, and you will see what these practical entry points mean when we move a little bit more forward in the description of the guidance. So practical entry points to contribute to durable solutions processes from the onset of the displacement crisis, ensuring also a smooth transition toward sustainable solutions for and with displacement affected communities. And this for and with is really important, because it's one also of the main focus of this guidance is to ensure participation and clear participation of displacement affected communities in durable solutions processes and protection support that also support durable solutions. And the second objective is to strategically use what is already existing. Once again, we are not asking you to reinvent the wheel or to work well, to add on your already overloaded work plate, well, but strategically use existing protection data, analysis, advocacy, and partnerships to anchor solutions processes in protection standards and principles. So basically doing what you're already doing and using what you're doing to inform durable solutions processes. And the target audience are protection clusters, AoR coordinators, and also protection cluster members when it's applicable and when the situation allows for it and when it's deemed conducive and based on the different objectives of the protection clusters. The key messages that somehow that are also in the introduction and that guides the development of this guidance and that are present throughout the guidance is the fact that durable solutions, it's all about protection. So basically durable solutions are about restoring rights and therefore they are the ultimate protection outcome. If solutions, well, if people are not protected, there won't be any solutions. Solutions initiative should be inclusive and there should not be any segments of the population that should be left, well, that are left behind, or they should not create new protection risks. So at the same time, protection and intervention can be aligned in a constructive way in progressive solutions-oriented approaches. Durable solutions must be embedded from the onset of the displacement crisis, with humanitarian actors, especially protection actors, playing a crucial role in laying the grounds and laying the groundwork for solutions. And we will see how it can be done. Well, is there any question? No. How we can, lay the groundwork for solutions. And then what this one is somehow linked to the former one. Another key message is that humanitarian actors, including protection clusters, should not create parallel systems. Instead, they should support national and local authorities that are responsible for creating a conducive environment for durable solutions for their own citizens, meaning IDPs, so that they have access to national and local services. So it's much more about reinforcing, strengthening those systems, improving them to ensure that they benefit both IDPs, newly arrived displaced persons, and host communities. So reinforcing existing system instead of creating parallel ones. And last key message is related to the egg model that is widely recognized as a model that frames the protection response into three spheres of activity, from responsive action to environmental building. So somehow ensuring a comprehensive and long-term approach. We have this environmental building cycle there, outer cycle of the egg, which shows that the protection actors have a role in environment building efforts, reinforcing the sustainability of protection interventions. So related to durable solutions, it means that protection actors have a role in creating a conducive environment for durable solutions, integrating protection efforts with development and peace building initiatives. Once again, this environmental building there tells us this, and ensuring a holistic approach that addresses immediate protection risk while fostering also long-term stability and resilience. So these are the key messages that really are underpinning this guidance. We also wanted to make this guidance impactful, practical, and something that would be that would be used and useful for people in the field, for protection cluster members. So that's why we from the beginning, with colleagues from the GPC, and also it was reinforced with the people I talked to, all the key informants I talked to have some principles and implementation approach to make sure that would be useful. So here are some of them, but the most important one is to minimizing additional workload. And as Nick said, we propose entry points that are aligned with what you are already doing, with the core function of protection clusters and existing protection response efforts. So it's just about using what you're already doing in a way that will inform the durable solution initiatives and the durable solutions processes. It's flexible and context specific, mainly through the way it's presented. We have proposed entry points, and in each proposed entry point, you have menu of options, providing indicative than rather prescriptive guidance. So I'll show you how it's framed, but basically you have a menu of options that you can choose based on your context and what is feasible at the country level, or based on the protection cluster priorities. We are perfectly conscious about the limitation and in challenging contexts, especially in contexts and countries with government that either displaced people who are unwilling or unable to uphold the right of IDPs, of their citizens, of all the residents IDPs in their country. And in this case, of course, we're perfectly conscious about the fact that the role of the protection clusters and actors will be around protection monitoring and advocacy on protection standards and durable solutions principles. And you can perfectly, there are some options that are dedicated to this type of activities in this guidance, and that can be used and that you can choose, as we said, in this menu of option approach. And of course, one of the last principles is to bridging humanitarian and development efforts, and this guidance really focus on how protection cluster can support both humanitarian and development actors in durable solutions processes. So then, how did we develop this guidance? Well, guess what? We used what was already existing, and it was not out of it's not because we're lazy. It's also based on the consultations we had, and also keeping in mind that they're already quite agreed upon and internationally agreed upon frameworks, including the YASC framework on durable solutions for IDPs, that has a very valid and protection-oriented definition of durable solutions, and also criteria that are known by practitioners, but also by national authorities, that they serve as a basis for the development of many frameworks, and that it would have been really a pity not to use it as one of the guiding frameworks and as a basis for this this guidance. Also, we are in a context where durable solutions have been really at the forefront of humanitarian development and peace building work with the Secretary General's action agenda on internal displacement that is also served as a basis, for the development of this guidance. And one of the main output of the work of the Office of the Special Advisor on Internal Displacements was to develop, based on this action agenda, to develop a guidance on solutions to internal displacement that will be released in 2025, and that was also used as a basis for the development of this guidance. The main reason why also we use what was already existing and including this forthcoming guidance is to make sure that we all speak the same language, that all actors speak the same language, that humanitarian development and peace building actors speak the same language, and that we all use the same framework. And here in this context, the main building blocks of durable solutions. So in this guidance that will be soon released, and that was developed by the Office of the Special Advisor on Internal Displacement, we have 7 building blocks: ensuring robust government leadership, ensuring IDPs drive decision making, building clear solutions pathways, gathering evidence, laying the groundwork early, paying for solutions, and ensuring that solutions last. We've used 5 of them, the ones that are in the nice colors, and mix it with the YASC framework that is widely used in the field and at the global level, and that has somehow this authoritative and internationally agreed upon authority. So we link them, and it worked quite well. So basically, we linked these building blocks from the guidance on solutions to internal displacement with the YASC framework on durable solutions. So with the YASC principles and the YASC criteria that are explained in the introduction of the guidance, just for you to know. They are spelled out and explained, and we mix them, and it works pretty well. So basically, this guidance is structured around 5 entry points that are the building blocks and corresponding principles and criteria from the YASC framework. So we'll stay a little bit longer on these slides, just for me to have some time to unpack a little bit, this first part of the guidance that is really its backbone, I would say. So basically, we have ensuring robust government leadership as a first entry point. Corresponding YASC framework, YASC principle is the primary responsibility to provide durable solutions for IDPs. That needs to be assumed by national authorities. So this is where we have the responsibility and the work with the national authorities, and how can we support national authorities in developing a conducive environment for durable solutions, and how can protection clusters can work toward this outcome. The second one is ensuring IDPs drive that IDP drives decision-making processes, and especially when we talk about durable solution, is of particular importance that IDPs have the right to make informed and voluntary decision on what durable solutions they want to pursue. So basically, local integration, relocation, or return, and to participate in planning and management of durable solutions. So this is where we unpack this crucial YASC principles of the right to make informed and voluntary decision and participate in the planning and management of durable solutions. This is also where we cover the YASC criteria on participation in public affairs of all at all levels on equal basis with resident population. So two key YASC principles and criteria in this building block. Third building block is building clear solution pathways. So basically, this building block covers the development of strategies, roadmaps for durable solutions, government-led strategies, plans for this durable solutions. And here's we cover from a protection point of view, the YASC principle that under no circumstances should IDP be encouraged or compelled to return or relocate to areas where their lives, safety, liberty, or health would be at risk. So basically ensuring that those strategies, those plans that are developed under the leadership of the government with the support of durable solutions working group, the HCT, HCRC, and etc., comply with these key principles and standards of the fact that people can't return, can't be relocated to place where they are at risk. And protection risk analysis is here of particular importance. Another YASC guidance that is important there, it's to ensure the safe, unimpeded and timely access of IDPs to all actors supporting the achievement of durable solutions. The fourth, building block is gathering evidence. So it's on data collection, analysis, and use in informing durable solution strategies, programs, and etc. So it's linked to the YASC guidance on IDPs have access to effective mechanism to monitor the progress and conditions on the ground, and they participate to the planning and management of durable solutions. So their rights and needs are considered in the recovery and development strategies. So here we'll be talking about how to use protection data in informing durable solution strategies, and how we can have this monitoring mechanism that will help us monitor the progression towards durable solutions from a protection point of view. And the last one will be to lay the ground early. And we know that to lay the ground early for durable solutions is to, first of all, make sure that we have safety and freedom of movement, but also access to services and access to adequate standard of living, and to housing, land and property, to personal and other documentation and justice and effective remedies that are also areas of work that protection actors and protection cluster can contribute to even from the onset of the displacement crisis, and have a role to play there that would be instrumental to then lay the ground for durable solutions. So unpacked a little bit, maybe it was a bit long, these five entry points. And just for you to know, for each entry point, you have this kind of layout and content. So basically you have the entry point. So this one is the first one, ensuring robust government leadership. The YASC principle corresponding, an overarching question to introduce the issue, and then menu of options that are presented in bullet point that, somehow tells you what you can do as protection actors, as protection cluster, to support this entry point. And you can choose which one to pick up based on your context. So basically here you have a menu of options regarding the support in strengthening laws, policies and strategies to better protect IDPs over the long term. So it's a way to support the leadership of the government. It's also to strengthen the national and local capacities to respond to displacement crisis and lay the ground for solutions. So basically maybe assess and map what is already existing in terms of response and try to strengthen them, and also some capacity building for national and local actors. Are there any questions at this stage or any comments before I go a little bit more in depth in the content of the guidance? Just for your information, I don't see you, so I can't really see if there are massive discontent or questions already or reactions. We can put here for a minute to get your feedback or comments or questions at this stage. No?
Sophie, there's one hand from Alan.
Yeah.
Alan, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Yeah, thanks very much for this presentation. This comes in very handy because, okay, first of all, I'm an information management officer for the UNHCR-led clusters in Afghanistan. And currently there are conversations revolving around the possibilities of merging some of the clusters and having them to function under the durable solutions working group. So this guidance comes in very handy. I think for me, the most important thing or other question would be, what are some of your guidances regarding priority indicators for tracking durable solutions? I know you've mentioned quite a few, but in view of the whole of Afghanistan analysis that is just about to kick off in the next few weeks, would be good for us to start thinking along the direction of having durable solutions indicators, so that once that exercise begins, we can begin tracking those indicators and have a baseline across the UNHCR-led clusters, so as to have a solid foundation for transition into the durable solutions. Yep, over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So it's I'm happy to hear that that this is a timely moment, but it's timely. Regarding indicators, I mean, this is something that we might want to talk about a bit later in the presentation, but I can already touch upon this. So this is gathering evidence there. Especially, yes, if you were to work with the solutions working group and to merge them or work together with them, there are some tools that have been developed. I mean, you have the library of indicators that was developed. It's an interagency library of indicators based on the YASC framework. Once again, an 8 YASC criteria. So this is maybe what you can have a look at. It's well, you type on Google the library, the Interagency Durable Solutions Indicator Library. It's on JIP's website also. And there is this DSID, and we'll talk about it a bit later. So I will just give you more information when we touch upon this further during this presentation. But you can ask for more guidance with the GPC, but there is this durable solutions DSID that has worked on the development of standardized data collection systems and indicators to measure the progression towards durable solutions. So that could be a good tool for you to have a look at. We'll touch upon it when we come to it during the presentation. Thank you so much for your remark and your questions. And so now what so yes, you see how it looks. This is just to tell you that it's really user-friendly and practical. So basically you have this entry point, this 5 entry points. For each entry point, you have a 2-pager file that will be on the GPC website. So basically all the menu options will be available for each entry point, will be available on 2 pages, and you find them easily on the website. You have a menu option for each entry point, and you have promising best practices, promising or best practices from geographically diverse countries that illustrate each entry point synthetically with link to the resource document. So for each of this entry point, you have best practices. I just wanted to show you, I'm going to stop sharing there and to show you, as it is a technical and really hands-on and practical guidance and also webinar. I wanted to show you, well, the guidance, nothing, and especially going to share, especially one of the chapter, well, building blocks or entry points, on building clear solution pathways. So here we are we are referring to nationally developed durable solution strategies to help define the government priorities and establish key principles and standards for durable solutions processes. So it corresponds for protection actors and protection clusters. It's linked to the YAS principle that under no circumstances one of the principle that will be important to see feature in this strategies, in these standards, is that under no circumstances should IDPs be encouraged or compelled to return or relocate to areas where their life, safety, liberty, or health would be at risk. And here you have a menu of option of what can you do to ensure that this principle is respected, is part of the future durable solution strategies that will be developed in the countries. Because just to remind you, those strategies form a really important part of the action agenda that was developed by the special advisor. So basically you have a menu of options there to ensure protection clusters representation in UN national coordination mechanism, how we can position the protection cluster so that we inform the development of these strategies in a way that protection is considered, and to ensure that IDP-specific protection risk and vulnerabilities are included in these strategies, especially through protection analysis. And here we use protection analysis updates and etc. So once again, here we're using what you're already doing. There is nothing new there. To develop a strong narrative, linking protection risks to durable solutions. So how protection risks have, do they represent obstacles to durable solutions? And to this, and to help you with this, we've developed in access to a solution support tool that I'll introduce to you a bit later on, that link protection risk, all the 15 protection risks of the path, to durable solutions. So somehow we have a list of the protection risk and their impact on durable solutions and entry point for durable cluster to for protection cluster to develop their narrative. So I think this is a tool that that could be very useful for you. Utilize protection monitoring and risk assessments, incorporating both qualitative and quantitative data to provide reliable protection analysis. Here we also have established linkages and ensure regular information sharing and advisory role with solutions working group. So how do you, somehow position yourself within this solutions working group with a suggestion that if the group is formed early, advocate for the protection cluster presence at least at the beginning for the first 6 to 12 months. Trying to coordinate or contribute to the interagency IDP protection risk assessment tool. We'll talk about it, but it was newly developed also in the framework of the work of the Office of the Special Advisor. So this is something that you could contribute to with your existing data analysis and what is already there to inform durable solutions planning. So these are different, different options. Collaborate with the solutions advisor at the RCO. There are some solutions advisors that are placed in the RCO office. So it could be good to collaborate with them and to send them information on protection. Advocates for, to ensure that protection analysis and advocacy informs the government solution strategies, because they are the one who are going to work with the government on the development of these strategies. There is also, support the development of inter-cluster context-specific guidelines on standard and principle applicable to return, relocation, and local integration. So this is something that is often done in different countries to develop guidance, protection-oriented guidance with other cluster to support the development of durable solutions, ensuring that standards and principles are respected for return, relocation, and local integration. So here in the Annex 4, we propose a list of non-exhausting and indicative items that can be tapped on and that can feature in this type of guidance. And here again, we have best practices of different countries. And as we had a participant from Afghanistan who just intervened, in Afghanistan, for example, one of the best practices that was collected is that protection actors provide training sessions on protection for solutions to members of the durable solution working group at the regional level. So there is a cooperation between the protection cluster and the solutions working group, and it was confirmed by what the participants just said. So really an interesting practice. In Chad, for example, the protection clusters was involved in the law and policy process that led to the adoption of an IDP law and other durable solutions actor, and it contributed to the inclusion of civil documentation in the law. And in the development of the National Durable Solution Strategy. So it was important, and they also worked with the solutions advisor at the Office of the Resident Coordinator. So this was instrumental to ensure that, a really crucial protection issues such as civil documentation was included in the National Durable Solution Strategy. So another aspect that is important is to ensure that IDPs have safe, unimpeded, and timely access to all actors supporting the achievement of durable solutions. And here you have a menu of options that also covers this YASC principle and the building block of building clear solutions pathways. So that was just just for you to see more about the content of the guidance and how you can actually use it and what is in there in terms of content and what you can use and how you can use it. I'm going to go back to my presentation now. There we are. You should be able to see it.
Sophie,
Yes.
I don't know, can you hear me? Just to flag that we only have 10 minutes left, so I don't know if maybe we can go through the annexes very quickly and then open for questions, because we might have to stop at 3 sharp. Thanks a lot.
So basically, just for you to know, there is another part on coordination mechanism. So what are the coordination mechanisms that the protection cluster can tap on and should work with on durable solutions related issues and processes, and what are the key processes and joint humanitarian and development frameworks that exist. And here we have IDP and solutions data, and this is where the colleague from Afghanistan can have more information on, and it's a table, so it's really easy to access. It's a 2-pager table in the guidance. The annexes, so there is a really sketchy but yet useful visual on the durable solutions coordination mechanism at the country level based on the guidance of the Office of the Special Advisor, at least its content, and where the protection cluster feature and sits as an advisor to the solutions working group and also to the UN country team. So the potential role of the protection cluster in this coordination mechanism under the RCHC. So it could be useful for you to see where you can position yourself. This is the tool that I talked to you about on how to link the different protection risks to frame them and to present them as obstacles to durable solutions with entry points for analysis to inform solutions pathways. So how you can develop a narrative that link protection to durable solutions. So you have a long table with all the protection risks, how they what are the obstacles for solutions that they represent, and entry points for analysis. They are also linked to YASC framework on internal displacement. So what are the corresponding YASC framework and the SDG, so that you can have a discussion with development actors, with solutions and development actors. So this is clearly to help you, and it was developed with Francesco Michele, that I really thank for the support in developing this tool. And then the last one is the IDP protection risk assessment tool. That is a joint tool that aims to ensure safeguards in solutions initiative going forward. And that somehow it assesses the protection risk and major gaps in protection and environment that are directly relevant to solutions initiative. So here you have the solutions initiative, the population group of concern, the main risks that are linked once again to the 15 protection risks of the path, the causes and consequences, relevant national and local institution, and the recommendation for mitigation measures. So this is supposed to be used as a joint tool to inform durable solutions planning, initiated by the HCRC and used by Solutions Working Group, but informed by existing data that the protection cluster can contribute to provide. This is it for me. Maybe you can, Marie-Emilie, tell us about where to find the guidance.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sophie, and thanks for taking the time to, I think, very for taking the time to run us through like the guidance. I think it's very useful for colleagues. Just to say, everything is on the GPC website. We've created a new page under thematic issues, durable solution. You'll find the guidance that Sophie has presented, but we've also broken down in different modules and building blocks, so you can have those as individual 2-pagers. So it might be a bit more practical and useful to use. And then you have all the annexes and the tools. We've also developed, with the help of Sophie, a very short training module on what is durable solution. So it's really the basics that Sophie was explaining around the IS framework. So I think that's also a useful tool that you can contextualize and use in existing learning and training programs. And then we have started to compile country best practices. There's also a lot of practices in the guidance, and we'll continue to populate the page on the website. So if you have good practices that you'd like to share with us, please do, and we can upload those. And there was a question in the chat. We'll be sharing the recording of this session and the presentation as well. So I think that's all from our side. But we do have 5-10 minutes for additional questions. There was one in the chat already, Sophie, that I think you covered a little bit, but maybe you want to say a few more words on how the guidance is aligned with the Secretary General agenda on internal displacement. The colleague was, I think, interested to know more. And if there's anyone else who has additional question, please raise your hand.
Yeah, no, it's aligned with all the with the action agenda, with the principles of the action agenda. It's much more aligned with the guidance of the special advisor on durable solutions, because it's really specific to durable solutions. But basically, the main principles of the action agenda are there, and of course it covers 2 main keys of the action agenda: the protection and durable solutions. So I think that it's all included, and you'll find the spirit of the action agenda there, the leadership of the HCRC, the national leadership also, and for the UN, the leadership of the HCRC, the protection and durable solutions, the HDP. The HCP, everything. I mean, almost all the key issues of the action agenda are there. So you'll find everything there. Any other questions or any other comments?
We have a question in the room. Yeah.
Hi, Sophie. I don't know where you can see me. So I'm Mona Folkeson. I was working for the Special Advisor on Solutions to Internal Displacement, and I'm now the coordinator of the new Solutions Hub that's been set up to support on that side. So thank you so much for the presentation. Really excellent. I was looking through the guidance as you were speaking as well, and great to see that you're really trying to make this alignment to other guidance as well. And just to say that the guidance you're referring to is, it's the first time we actually have a joint interagency standing committee and the UN SDG guidance coming together. I mean, on any topic. So in itself, that's a great achievement of trying to bridge our respecting structures and mechanisms. So that's great to see. I just wanted to it's not maybe so much a question on, one question on the guidance in terms of how it responds to the IC management response as well on the IDP review that was done last year. Because I assume, there was a number of recommendations there in terms of the protection side and how the guidance responds to that. And secondly, more maybe not question on the guidance, but a reflection that given the crisis we're all facing at the moment with funding and financing, we We know that there's going to be a lot less resources available, and we know that we will have to face much, much harder prioritization, boundary setting on what we can do and cannot do. And I think, so just to hear from a protection perspective and angle, because, we want to ensure to restore right, but how that restoring right, also handing it over to national authorities, provide those safeguards and rights as well. And how from the protection cluster you see, the balance of like the critical, I don't know, not to say life-saving in the sense, but versus how do we, that resilience building, the capacity building element that we want to see, so we can actually, in a sense, exit ourselves from that when the rights can be provided by national authorities, etc. So it was more how do we see that balance now with the crisis we're facing? Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. This is something we actually talked a little bit about yesterday when we prepared this session. Trying to link protection to durable solutions from the onset, lay the ground from the onset. Maybe work much more on the agency of people, and on the resilience of people from the onset is one of the main message of this guidance. And there are some tips on how to lay the ground and reinforce access to documentation. Ensure that people do participate and highlight what durable solutions means for them from the beginning, and to really prioritize what is important for them from the beginning. And on this, working with development and peace building actors quite quickly on this key aspect that will somehow reinforce the resilience and agency of people from the onset, instead of creating parallel systems and relying on humanitarian funding forever. So really, and I mean, it's also. I think that it's quite present in the guidance in the first part, and also in the last part on lay the ground. From the beginning, reinforcing housing, land and property rights to ensure that people do have security of tenure, have somewhere to go and somewhere to stay, so that they can, start build their durable solutions from not a long time after they are displaced. Focus on this type of access to services, to documentation, to legal aid, to reinforce resilience and agency of people. Listen to them. Is also one of the main message that could also be a way to go about the funding restrictions right now, to listening to them, to prioritize, durable solutions from the onset. And on your question on the response to the review, there are some. I mean, For instance, we talk about how the IDP protection response should reflect elements that are articulated in the joint HC UNCT multi-strategic approach to internal displacement. So there are some reference to it in the guidance. I think we're late, so I'm really sorry. I see that time is passing, but we could have this conversation a bit after if you want to.
Thank you very much, Sophie. And yes, unfortunately, we'll have to close in a few minutes, but I think it's just the beginning of the discussion. And so this was also just an introduction of the guidance. So just from the GPC side, we wanted to say that we, of course, remain available, particularly to our cluster coordinators in the field to take this guidance forward. So don't hesitate to reach out if you want support in rolling out the guidance, if you need trainings or additional capacity building activities. And we are also very happy to discuss, in the current context and moving forward, what's the role of the protection cluster in durable solution, and how to support you with that. So, unfortunately, I'm sorry we can't continue with more questions, but just from our side, again, a big thank you, Sophie, for all the work that you've done over the last 6 months with us. We've learned a lot from your expertise. And it's been also great to have the contributions from many partners. And I think the number of people online is showing that. So thanks for your work on this. And as I said, everything is available online. And if there's a need for more support or further discussions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for joining, and have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.